feel like months. We're gone for a year, only know like.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Joan. I make fitness and lifestyle kind of content, and today I want to share with you how I'm doing my challenging leg day. Usually I do it during the day after I've had a bit of food in my system. Today I'm doing it in the morning. Hope I'm gonna get through it. So I'm just gonna show you the exercises and just talk you through the process and how I make them challenging, because obviously being at home it's hard to increase weight or like progressively overload using like increasing weights when you only have limited weights. So I'll show you how I make the exercises a bit more challenging at the moment. I'm sure it's gonna change, but this is how I'm doing it this month of January. So let's get started. So as usual, first things first, we're gonna start with a warm-up. My warm-up routine has not changed. The only thing that really switches up is whatever mobility movements I'm going to be doing or dynamic stretches. So I still do my squats and I do my lunges after. I try to aim for 12 to 15 lunges and about 15 to 20 squats. And then I get into the dynamic stretches. These are the two things that I change, and that has not changed in years. And I encourage you to make dynamic stretching a thing you do for your warm ups. It's really going to help your joints and muscles. It's like lubrication for your joints and muscles and just gives you longevity in the long term.
Once. Life move fast and you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want.
Now let's get into the main workout. So I have, I believe, 5 exercises for this routine. I try to not do too many exercises because the main thing we need to be focusing on is quality over quantity. So I decided to start with the hardest exercise, especially because I hadn't eaten and I needed maximum energy to be able to get through this workout. So we're gonna start off with the Bulgarian split squat. So I have 3 sets. So the first 2 sets are gonna be regular, meaning that I'm going to do at least 10 reps on each leg. And then once I'm done with with the 2 sets of 10 reps, I'm gonna move to the third set, which is going to be a drop set. Usually, a drop set will mean that you'll have a bunch of weights. For instance, you'll probably have like a 12 kg, a 10 kg, an 8 kg, and probably what you're going to aim for is to do as many reps as you can with the 10 kg, then drop it and go for the 8 kg. But because we don't have that luxury at home, we're gonna modify this drop set. And what we're going to do is I'm gonna do the 10 reps that we just did. Once I get to the 10 reps, I'm gonna go to 8 reps. Still no pausing in between. I'm gonna do all the 8 reps. And then once I'm done with the 8 reps, I did the 6 reps. So my goal, because again, working out at home, you don't have the luxury of increasing weights and you have to look for other ways to modify. So my goal at some point is either increase the weight or get to a point where I can do my drop set all the way to 2 reps with this weight. So once again, we're going to do 10 reps. We are not going to stop once we get to the 10 reps. We're going to now start again from 1 and do 8 reps. Then when we get to the 8 reps, we're not dropping the weight. We're starting again from 1 to 6 reps. And that's, you're done with the Bulgarian split squats. It is not an easy task, so just try to push yourself, even if it means you can only do like maybe 10 reps and then do 8 reps. Just keep trying, just keep pushing yourself, and you're gonna get there.
What you want? My new bitch look like Halle Berry, but she don't love me, she too scary. My old bitch front like Jackie Brown. I wanna love her, she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime, time. It's not going where I want. It's some me time. Hope you do what you want. Crib by the beach like Odell. No, I'm on my killers don't tell. Shadow my mark of the New York the shelf.
Exercise number 2 is going to be the calf glute bridge. For this one, we're just gonna do regular sets, meaning that I don't do any drop set for this, mainly because I already do too many reps for this. Again, the weights at home are really not heavy, especially for a hip thrust, is considering I'm only using like a 17 kg dumbbell. So what I usually aim for with the hip thrust is to pause at the top. I try to slow down the movement as much as possible and to really hold it for at least a second or two at the top before I do the next rep. So for this one, I did 3 sets of 20 reps, and I promise you, the Bulgarians have already killed your chicks, but this is gonna like really elevate that bun. Once I get to the 20th rep, I usually try to again hold as long as possible until I can't hold anymore. The hip thrust is most effective at the top position, so you really need to squeeze those glutes for you to see the gains. Again, we're doing 3 sets of at least 20 reps or 15 to 20 reps, depending on the weight you're working with. Again, if you have heavy weights, you really don't have to do this, but if you have light weights, you have to be creative in how you're progressively overloading, especially when you're at home.
Chanel, will you be my leading lady? I wanna call you and get a little maybe. In the meantime, it's not going where I want. Get some me time. I don't know if you do what you want. Only been a few hours, but it feel like days. Only been days, but it feel like months. Only gone for a year, only know like once.
We are on exercise number 3, and at this point, I was truly dying. I barely had any energy in me, and you're gonna see the evidence because at this point, I couldn't even take the exercises as slow as I usually do when I have had a proper meal. I'm actually really considering getting pre-workout just so that I can have more energy. So anyway, exercise number 3 is gonna be the sumo squat. This one, we're gonna do the same thing we did with the Bulgarian split squats, but I did this for 2 sets. Usually I aim for 3 sets. In that, I'm gonna do 2 sets of at least 15 reps, and then on the third set I'm gonna do a drop set. But because I didn't have much energy in me, I chose to do 2 sets, with the second set being the drop set set. So again, set 1, do your regular 15 reps. Try to aim for holding at the bottom of the movement and taking the movement as slow as possible, and push from your heels. Don't use let the weight be on your heels, not on your toes. And then when we get to the second set, we're gonna do what we did with the Bulgarian. You're gonna do 1 to 10 reps. And then once you get to the 10th rep, you're not resting. You keep going 1 to 8. Once you get to number 8, no rest, you do 1 to 6. And that is really going to kill or torture your glutes.
In the meantime, it's not going where I want. Get some me time. You do what you want. In the meantime, it's not going where I want. Get some me time. You do what you want. Maybe I'll love myself. I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself. See me in the mirror, I duck myself. Don't need much, so fuck my wealth.
Exercise number 4, it's another drop set. However, I do not recommend that you do this as a drop set unless your form for Romanian deadlifts is on point, because if you go pushing yourself and your form is incorrect, you will end up with the most terrible back injury. So please, if you don't have your form right for RDLs, practice with very light weights, and let's get form fast right. It's not gonna do you any favors pushing with heavy weights until you get unless you get your form right. Always remember form over weight. So for this, I did 2 sets of 10 reps, and then on the third set, I incorporated the drop set idea. I did 1 to 10, and then 1 to 8, and then 1 to 6 without a break in between. At this point, my legs were in so much pain, and I was really, really struggling to actually get through.
Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. You know I want to be around. You talking more and with my heart. You think it ever be so hard. Crazy, I'm letting down my guard. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Cause if you ever wanna drown, I need to hear it from you. Love you, we know you can tell me. Don't fuck me up, don't let me down. Such a risk, but I'm willing to take a chance. What you think with my heart in hand? Gotta learn how to let someone hold. Take time, gotta trust who I let me true. Got me questioning.
And the final exercise were calf raises. I'm really, really working on growing my calves. As you can see, I have very skinny chicken legs, and I don't know what to do to make them grow. They just don't want to cooperate. But anyway, I did 2 sets of 20 reps for these calf raises, and that was that. And don't forget to stretch. Always stretch after your workouts. It's not always ideal because sometimes you don't have time, but try to not neglect stretching every single time you work out. And actually, try to have a day, preferably on your rest day. Just focus on doing a full body stretch, because this is also gonna help with your muscles and your joints and to prevent injuries. And yeah, that's it for the workout. If you have any questions, please leave the comments down below and ask me anything you'd like to know. And that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.